One thing I know is that if I had known better, I honestly wouldn't have studied law, you know. And hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Malifa Dlamini, and if you're coming back, welcome, and welcome you, darling. If you are new here, there is absolutely nothing that will make me more happier than you subscribing to my channel, so please do subscribe. And one thing I would also like to request from you is actually that you like my video or drop a comment before we even start, because that's how we actually get to grow the channel. Just please press a like. That like button doesn't cost you anything. If you haven't subscribed, please remember to also click that subscribe button. It also doesn't cost anything altogether. And please drop a comment if you can. Please drop a comment. If you can't, just drop a like. I would really appreciate that. It goes a long way. And yeah, without any further ado, as you can already see from the title of my video, I am going to talk about my journey rather as an unemployed lawyer. And yeah, I'm going to tell you guys a bit of how it was. The slide is actually a bit too much and I'm trying to avoid wearing specs. Let me actually see how this is gonna work, because I have a light literally just here because I'm shooting at night. It's probably like 9-10 in the evening, so I am trying to shoot this and probably get it out tomorrow. Because what you guys don't know is I actually shot this video last night. It was 19 minutes long and I unfortunately cannot seem to open it. I don't know what's happening, like something is just off. I cannot seem to load it. I cannot seem to even edit it, so I have to reshoot it. I actually ended up deleting it because I needed to post it. So yeah, but besides that, I'll just get straight to the point. If you do know me, you know I am a lawyer by profession, and I studied LLB, finished my degree in 2020, started my articles in 2021, and completed my articles this year in 2023 March. And I have since been unemployed. I'm actually lying, because my articles finished in March, but I continued to work until May. My then boss was really kind enough to not necessarily extend my contract of articles, but to extend my period of employment at his firm, you know, for 3 months, and I was truly grateful for that, truly thankful for that. So it's basically been June, July, and yeah, it's been 2 months of me being unemployed, and I'm going to tell you guys how it has been. But before that, I just want to explain to you guys, maybe the reason I'm doing this is because people don't really know what actually happens during the period of being unemployed and writing your board exams and finishing your articles rather. So what people do not understand is that that could be like a very difficult time of your life. And I've heard this from people who have gone before me, who have actually explained to me that do not allow yourself to fall into depression merely because of this particular period, because it can actually do that. I think things that we can look down on is the mental strain that it actually has on a person. But it hasn't really been long of me actually being unemployed, but I can tell you that to a certain extent it had an effect, because it's very difficult to transition from waking up every morning, going to work, to literally not doing anything at all. So what happens is that it's actually very difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very difficult to actually get a job after you have completed your articles and you are still writing your board exams, because now most people are actually looking for admitted attorneys, you know, and you cannot really practice on your own. You cannot really do anything on your own, you know. And you know, before I left, because I knew I was leaving, I kind of had such a huge plan on how to make this journey an interesting one and not necessarily a depressing one. I had a list of law firms that I had written down from actual home, because I knew I was going back home, which I was. So when I was going back home, I literally sat down with the list and I was like, okay, how many law firms are here in Freiburg? How many can I actually approach? You know, and I thought to myself, I would actually volunteer to assist them, because I mean, the whole purpose was not necessarily to get an income at that point. Not that it didn't matter, but it wasn't an issue of getting an income, but rather like keeping myself busy. I actually wanted to keep myself busy, and I knew I had the skills, I had the necessary knowledge, you know. And I mean, I can draft. The only thing I possibly cannot do at the moment is not go to court, you know, but I can assist in drafting, in case law and whatever, because I have experience. So I had a list of that, right? And I contacted one person, which I actually proposed to do that to, rather not one person, two people, yeah, two people who own law firms. And I said, can I volunteer at your firm, you know? But you know, when you get those I'll get back to you, well, you know that I'll get back to you is honestly just forget about it, like we cannot take you. I can't really say I do not understand why, because I also understand that taking someone who is not working for you, I don't think you can just be comfortable looking at me working my, almost said my ass off, but working hard only for me to not get remunerated for that. Like, I don't think as a principal it would look good on you. So I guess maybe that's why they actually didn't get back to me. And then also another thing that I thought about could be that you cannot really trust that I'm just there. What if I'm there to source information to get whatever and then I leave, you know? So that's I guess I understand how law firms really have trust issues. So that's one of the things that I actually faced, not in so many words, but I could tell that people cannot actually entirely trust me, you know. So I said, fine, since this didn't work, or actually that was the main plan in the first place, right? And when it didn't work, I actually got discouraged to even contact other lawyers, to go to the other ones that I had on my list. And then the other ones that I went to, the other one that I went to, I had actually went for something else, and he was actually very interested in taking me, but he was like, we're doing conveyancing and I actually need somebody that has an experience of conveyancing, and I had not done conveyancing at all. So they only do conveyancing, and I have absolutely no idea of conveyancing at the moment, you know. So for me that was fair. Like, the rejection was fair. It wasn't like a brutal rejection. It was honestly, I would love to take you, you're amazing, I think you're doing really good, but this is what we deal with. What can you possibly assist with in this regard? But apart from that, I think the ones that ghosted me was the one that actually got me like And then yeah, so I actually went to my sister and I stayed for almost a month, 3 weeks to a month in Joburg. And when I was in Joburg, I wasn't really thinking a lot about getting a job or anything, you know. Like, it's one of, you just home, you're doing activities, you just basically with family, life is interesting and stuff. But eventually I had to come back home, Freiburg. And when I got back to Freiburg, it was another of, what are we doing then? Like, it's a game plan. I have to try and think of something else, something that I can actually work on to keep myself busy. And this is what I started. Okay, no, I didn't really start this. So this is how it happened, how the mentorship program came about. I received like 3 DMs from 3 ladies on my Instagram who had requested me to be their mentors. And I had been postponing it, honestly. Like, you know, it's one of those things, you're giving it a thought, but like, I can't have people trust me with their journeys. So I honestly do not think that I'm going to be capable of that. So that was that. And then I kind of posted them on my status and I said, oh, I really do appreciate that people think this much of me, but I don't think I can manage that, you know. And one of the ladies that is such an amazing lady that runs the organization Career Guiders Without Borders, which she had actually previously featured me like a couple of times on the page. She actually saw that and said, you know, I've had people asking me for you to be their mentor, but I had thought like it's gonna be a lot to ask from you, so I don't want to ask that, you know. But now that you posted it, it's actually real. And I think you have a lot of people that you can actually like. There is a lot of demand of mentorship from you. Then you can actually think about it. And at the back of my mind, I was thinking about it. It was just that I didn't trust myself enough to know as much as I could possibly. Like, I didn't trust myself that much, you know. And it was one of those. Law students are really smart, you guys. Not just law students, but like varsity students are really smart. And I don't think that we're in the same level. Like then in my time, it was great and stuff. And I'm not undermining myself, but I really think that the now people, the now generation that is, I'm speaking like I'm such an old person, but like you get it. But the now generation actually are really smart and very competitive and very challenging, you know. So I kind of like felt a bit, and I'm saying a bit, intimidated by that, you know. But however, I sat on it and I was like, but what am I doing, you know? The least I can do is actually make this point across, because one thing I know is that if I had known better, I honestly wouldn't have studied law, you know. And this is only because of the unknown, you know. I think I missed a lot of information. Had I been told 1 2 3, I would have probably considered my decision. And I'm not even trying to scare anyone, but my role, especially my purpose for this particular mentorship program is to really say this is what you can expect, you know. Because I unfortunately didn't have this is what you can expect. Everything was just new. I was literally thrown into the swimming pool and I had to swim my life out of it, like the entire articles, the entire period of varsity as well. And even afterwards, you know, having to learn about board exams, having to learn about law school, and all these things requires money, which at the time I didn't have, you know. And for me, it's one of the things that I wish I could have avoided. Maybe if I had done something else, I wouldn't have went through that, because it takes you through like a roller coaster of emotion, and you start questioning whether you actually want to do this, and you know, type of thing. But besides that, I think that's how the mentorship actually came about, when I said that there's so much information that a lot of people do not know, more especially being in the legal fraternity. It's very difficult to get it's not difficult to get information. The information is there, it just doesn't have people to deliver it. So maybe I can use myself as a mode of information where I can actually transfer information to other people, you know. So that's what's basically going to be in my mentorship program, and I'm going to be running it under Career Guidance Without Borders. I love working with that program. It's so thorough. Like, if you're part of it and you're watching this, congratulations, because honestly the professionalism in that organization is just top tier, you know. So I'm excited to work with them. I am going to be starting my program in August with them, my first mentorship group in August, and I have a maximum of 20 candidates, and we had actually more applications. We had more than 20 applications. However, I kind of restricted it to 20, and at that time I'm not even going to be working with 20, I'm going to be working with 10. So I'm going to have 2 groups to just numb my anxiety, because honestly you know. So besides that, I think the program is well outlined, everything is going to be done well, and everyone, okay, not everyone, but like, you guys are going to get opportunities if you are looking for one, you know. If you are interested in joining my program and you think you're late, no, you're definitely not late. It's going to be a mentorship program that comes to an end. I'm not going to be running it until you guys are admitted or whatever. It's going to be, now I haven't really determined, but I think a maximum of 3 months, 3-4 months program, where I actually just do the mentorship program with my mentees, and then afterwards I'm gonna take another intake, you know, type of thing, you know. So if you didn't make it to this intake, you will definitely make it on my next intake. So yeah, this is one of the things that I am actually doing to keep myself busy. And I was watching Bipilo Matabuche's channel the other day, and she was talking about how you should go for what you actually want. Like, if you're unemployed and you know there's something that you actually like, do it. I think I am very educative in nature. I love teaching, not to be a teacher, but like, I love having conversation, and I love teaching people about certain things, and I love knowing stuff, you know. So I think that I am in the right platform right now. This is what I can possibly do, because I cannot do makeup, I cannot do braids, I cannot do anything with my hands, but at least there's a bit of knowledge that I can share. So yeah, exactly what she said was she's now doing makeup, because she finished her articles as well, and she's now doing makeup, you know. So this is like just what you can do as an unemployed lawyer, you know, some of the things that you can actually consider. If you are interested in assisting to be a mentor, we would really love that. We would do with help, you know. It would mean so much to us, but we don't want to make it an obligation. Shouldn't be, I mean, I'm not getting paid for this after all. I'm just going to be doing it out of interest, you know, and out of passion, you know. So I don't want to say there's a vacant to be a mentor, because honestly it's not a vacant. If you do think, yeah, that you have enough time in your hands, there's a bit of information you can share, I would really appreciate that you actually talk to me, and then maybe we can assist these learners together, you know. We can rotate, who knows, and it will probably help us in helping other people, and we can establish ourselves in the programs, you know, in the entire journey. So yeah, that's just about it, and this is how I am as an unemployed lawyer. And I do wish that, I really do hope that you do not fall as a candidate attaining that article, whose her article are coming to an end. Do not despair, there's like so much hope, and like, don't be too hard on yourself, guys. We know that board exams aren't child's play, and it's fine to not finish them in record time. I'm not encouraging that you don't. If you can, please do, you know. So yeah, I think that's just about it. That's just the information I want to share. If there is any question that you guys have, you can just drop them on the comment section or DM me. Send me a DM on Instagram. I would gladly respond to your DM. And please do follow me on my socials. I am actually on Instagram, I am on Twitter, I'm on Thread. And yeah, so I would really appreciate that you guys do that. And thank you so much for watching until the end. If you have, I really do appreciate it. Please do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.